Right now!
Welcome to the place where the heart races and the sirens scream. If you are ready for thrilling chases, echoing gunshots, and ruthless confrontations, then hold on tight and hold on to your seat. Start now. At 2:44 p.m. on June 5th, 2024, Burlington police received a report of an assault at the Cumberland Farms parking lot, 454 Riverside Avenue, Vermont. The suspect fled the scene, but witnesses and a BOLO alert from Colchester helped police quickly track down the vehicle involved.
Calm down.
You better
Calm down.
shoot me.
Drop the hammer.
I'm not going back.
Drop the hammer.
You better do it.
Nobody wants to shoot.
Police found Burke in the Domino's parking lot. When approached, he drove recklessly, nearly hitting a police officer and then crashing into several cars stopped at a red light. Burke fled with a hammer, threatening police and refusing to surrender.
Let's do it. I
Thomas.
want to die.
Thomas, listen.
I want to die. I'm not going to jail.
Take a deep breath.
I'm not going to jail. Shoot me, bitches.
Thomas, stop.
Shoot me.
Thomas, look at me. Look at me. Thomas.
I'm not going.
Look at me.
I'll throw this shit at you. Drop it!
Less than lethal deployed.
Police fired rubber bullets, causing Burke to drop the hammer and be arrested. He was charged with multiple counts and held on $25,000 bail. The thrilling chase began at 10:35 a.m. on January 2nd, 2023, as police pursued Matthew Gaskin, 19. Gaskin drove a stolen Jeep down Washington Street, causing chaos on the streets. This might be the wildest chase you've ever seen. After a series of breathtaking pit stops, Matthew Gaskin's car was disabled when it crashed into a pole. He was arrested shortly afterwards without further incident. In Fairfax, Virginia, a 16-year-old boy is accused of stabbing a police officer at the scene of a false alarm call. The incident happened Monday afternoon when the boy suddenly rushed and brandished a knife at an off-duty officer. Fortunately, the officer suffered only minor injuries and was released from hospital. The suspect was later identified as the caller who ruminated about a fake murder and had a history of contact with police. The teenager is now facing charges of intentionally causing serious injury to a police officer. On the afternoon of July 31st, 2024 in Toledo, Michael Kahn, 23 years old, was accused of carjacking a 76-year-old man at gunpoint in front of a grocery store on West Sylvania Street. He fired into the air to threaten the man before stealing the car. Police quickly tracked the stolen car using the flock camera system. When discovered, Kahn drove away but was arrested shortly afterwards. The murder weapon was also recovered at the scene.
Stopping at 2907.
Kahn was charged with felony counts of armed robbery, failure to comply with a police order, and unlawful possession of a weapon. He pleaded not guilty and was held on $100,000 bail. On the morning of September 17, 2024, in Spring Branch, Houston, a break-in occurred when two suspects disguised as DoorDash delivery employees broke into a house, restraining a woman and two small children. Police arrived within 4 minutes. While rescuing the victim, a suspect from a back room suddenly opened fire, hitting Officer Durfee in the leg. Although wounded, he returned fire and survived. 3 suspects were subsequently arrested, including the shooter, Raymond Perez, after a manhunt.
My leg. Right leg, got tourniquet? Oh, shit! What's wrong? Please don't feel it. Ah, shit. Hands! Let me see your hands! It's your hands! Get on the ground, get on the Shots fired! Shots fired! Where's he at? Go away. You got tourniquet? Yeah.
Mommy's got you both. You guys to help. There's a bunch of towels over there.
Don't you fucking move! What's wrong?
1-1, Blanford now, still walking westbound. Okay, one still walking westbound on Blanford Street. He has a green shirt on.
Hey! Get down! Get down on the ground! Get down now!
Officer Durfee is recovering, and his teammates have donated $30,000 to support him. The suspects face multiple felony charges, including armed robbery and assault on a public servant. The body camera video was released as required by department policy.
Stop!
While assisting in the investigation of a hit-and-run accident in DeLand on November 30th, 2024, Deputy Chief Darcy of the Volusia Sheriff's Office heard a live 911 call about a second crash.
Come here.
I have my dog and he's
Come here. Come here. Sheriff's Office, stop. Alpha 25 Central, I got one running. Vermont and Adele, we're going eastbound. He's cutting through the woods on Thompson. Black male, white pants, camo jacket, blue underwear.
Upon arriving at the new scene,
All
the
right, you
suspect
face planted,
fled the
but he's still
vehicle.
going.
After a foot pursuit and multiple tasers, police subdued Timothy Wooler Jr., 37. He had the keys to the car that caused the accident, several
Taser
gold
deployment.
rocks that tested positive
Stop.
for fentanyl, and a handgun that he had dropped while running.
Stop! Stop!
Willar was on probation for manslaughter with a firearm. He was charged with several new offenses, including probation violation, no bail, DUI causing damage, leaving the scene of an accident, illegal possession of a weapon, resisting arrest, and possession of a controlled substance.
Jump the gun! Jump the gun!
On December 16, 2022, Houston police received a report of an armed carjacking. Suspect Joseph Taylor, 30 years old, was driving the stolen vehicle on Bel Air Boulevard near Highway 59. Police immediately launched an arrest when they discovered the vehicle in the 8,300 block of Bel Air Boulevard.
Hands! He's going down there.
Taylor did not stop despite the police flashing their lights and sirens, instead driving through several residential areas and back onto the main road. He ran a red light and crashed into another car. Taylor then abandoned the car and fled into a nearby apartment complex, despite police attempts to subdue him with a stun gun. When Taylor pulled out his gun, an officer fired, hitting him in the ankle.
Hey, drop the gun! Drop the gun! Drop the gun! I got him. Hey, I'm broke hands. Don't move. Get down. Jump the gun! Jump the gun! Jump it! Jump it! Jump it! Stop! 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 Move away! Move away! Drop it! Hey! Drop the gun! Drop the f***ing gun! Drop the gun! Throw it down! Okay. I got him. Hey, I broke hands. Don't move.
3 guns were seized from Taylor. After being treated for his injuries, he was taken to jail and charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault on a police officer and 1 count of armed robbery. At approximately 11:30 a.m. on March 8, 2024, New Mexico State Police responded to the Pavilion's apartments to arrest Francisco Hernandez, 35, who was wanted by SPD for assaulting a police officer, fleeing with intent and destroying evidence 2 days earlier. Based on intelligence, NMSP located Hernandez in a vehicle in an apartment parking lot. When approached, he fled, crashing into a tree and fleeing on foot. During the pursuit, Hernandez pulled out what appeared to be a gun and pointed it at police, prompting 2 officers to open fire. He was hit and died at the scene.
Watch the crossfire! Crossfire! Drop the gun! Stay away from the gun! Stay away! Stay down!
Hernandez was pronounced dead at the scene. The gun he used turned out to be a BB gun. No officers were injured. At approximately 11 p.m. on October 15, 2022, an FHP patrol officer attempted to stop a suspected drunk driver as he was exiting the Hathaway Bridge in Florida. However, instead of stopping, the driver sped away, sparking a dangerous pursuit.
Turning north on Chestnut Avenue. Yo. Turning north on Chestnut Avenue.
The pursuit spanned several streets, including Chestnut Avenue and 390th Street. After a precise pit from the police, the car lost control and crashed into a utility pole. The suspect was quickly subdued and given a medical examination at the scene before being taken into custody.
Another pit, 23rd Street, signal 4, signal 4. 23rd Street, signal 4. Yeah, I'm looking at it. Hands! Hands! Got his hands up. Yeah.
The suspect has been identified as Derek Marshall, who is facing multiple charges including eluding, DUI, reckless driving, resisting arrest, and driving without a license. Marshall is also wanted on a warrant in Bay County. On the evening of June 14th, Bay County Police discovered a stolen vehicle with Georgia license plates in Panama City Beach. The vehicle was believed to be involved in an armed robbery and home invasion in Georgia. When officers attempted to approach, the driver immediately fled, leading to a high-speed pursuit.
2 to 31. Long down over here at J. Michaels. Long down on the road, we're still continuing.
Deputy Alex Young led the pursuit, which reached speeds of up to 114 miles per hour. The car lost control on Thomas Drive, flew about 50 feet, flipped several times, and crashed into Brewster's Ice Cream. The car flipped over, and the suspect refused to exit the vehicle despite orders. Police had to work together to push the car back to control it.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands!
The suspect, Devontae Sanders, was eventually pulled from the car and taken into custody. He suffered minor injuries and was given a medical evaluation. Fortunately, there were no injuries. The car was badly damaged, and the ice cream shop also sustained significant damage. In a parking lot, 2 police officers spotted a black car emitting smoke. When they approached to check, the driver suddenly reversed and sped away. The chase began immediately. The car ran a red light, weaved through several dangerous sections of road before crashing into another parking lot and straight into a tree. The car stopped. The police rushed in, restrained the suspect, and arrested him on the spot. On the afternoon of October 3rd, 2024, at approximately 5:01 p.m., Hollywood police received a report of a man carrying a gun near the public pool area at Cole Avenue and Lexington Avenue. The suspect, Daryl Morgan, was found walking nearby with an unknown object in his waistband.
Hey, drop that shit. Raise your head. Drop it. Drop it. Drop. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
When asked to stop, Morgan fled. Despite losing him temporarily, police used a helicopter to track him and found him again near Vine Street. When stopped, Morgan pulled out what appeared to be a gun and pointed it at the police, leading to a shootout. However, Morgan was not hit and continued to run before being arrested a block later.
Hey, shots fired, shots fired, shots fired, shots fired. Officer, no stop.
36 shots fired. Suspect still on from phone. 13, making a heli-call, shots fired. Suspect currently on Vine and just north of the mountain.
Go back in.
Any incident in 18 or 20, post the backup.
Go back, go back. Hey, get on your back! Stay right there! Hey, don't move.
No one was injured. The object Morgan was carrying was identified as a metal lighter shaped like a Luger gun. Evidence was seized at the scene for investigation.
On the ground! On the ground! Oh, shit! I'm sorry!
On October 14, 2023, Naugatuck police received a call about a theft at a Stop and Shop supermarket. The suspect, Gerald Day, 33, was accused of trying to steal more than $200 worth of beer. Due to a fight with an employee, the case was upgraded to robbery.
Shut it off! Shut the fucking thing off or die! Shut it off!
As police approached the suspect's vehicle, Day accelerated and fled, crashing into the police car. The vehicle quickly crashed into a nearby utility pole. Officer Kihas gave chase, using a stun gun to subdue Day after repeated attempts to stop him. Body cam video shows Kihas using the stun gun 3 times when the suspect refused to put his hands behind his back.
On the ground! On the ground! Oh, shit! I'm sorry! Taser, 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 one down.
Officer Kihas was investigated and turned himself in on October 30th, 2023, on a charge of battery and was released on $50,000 bail. The suspect, Jarrell Day, was held on $200,000 bail. The case is still under investigation by state authorities.
You still got one in the car.
You promise? Yeah, I'll follow you home. Let's go. Okay, you're under arrest.
At 6:30 a.m. on October 23rd, 2024, a Pierce County Sheriff's Department sergeant was on his way to training when he was flagged down by a driver who said a man had just intentionally damaged her windshield. The sergeant later found the suspect still walking in the middle of the road at the intersection of 152nd Street East and 122nd Avenue, blocking traffic.
On the ground. This is gonna hurt. Do it. I'll shoot you. You understand that?
The sergeant noticed that the suspect was holding something in his hand and decided to wait for backup. As officers approached, a taser was fired, but it had no effect. The suspect then threw out a spent shell casing, which escalated the situation. Officers were eventually able to safely subdue the suspect.
You promise? Yeah, I'll follow you home. Okay, you're under arrest.
Roll him over. Roll him over.
The victim confirmed that the suspect jumped up and smashed her car window and then continued walking as if nothing had happened. The man was arrested and charged with resisting arrest, criminal damage to property, and assaulting a police officer.
On the ground! Right now!
On August 7th, 2024, Long Beach police received multiple emergency calls reporting an armed man brandishing a gun on the Metro Rail platform at the corner of West 5th Street and Pacific Avenue. The suspect was identified as Tyrell Harris, 35, who was homeless. Body cameras captured the officers chasing Harris and giving him the command, "Freeze! Get on the ground!" When Harris pulled something from his belt or pocket, the officers opened fire, hitting the suspect in the upper body.
Freeze! On the ground! Right now! Fuck.
I'm done.
Stay down.
I'm done. This is God's will.
Sam Henry 1, 998. The Boulevard north of 4th. Sam Henry 1, 901N. He is shot in the upper body.
Harris was taken to a hospital for treatment and later booked into the Long Beach City Jail. He was charged with assault with a deadly weapon and 3 counts of criminal threatening. Police recovered a CO-2 BB gun and BB ammunition at the scene.